Let's test how to make Coke. So if you didn't guess, yes, we're making the drinkable type. So as we've seen on the recipe before, we need to start with orange, lemon, and lime peel. So let's get that into our pestle and mortar. We're going to try not to get too much of the pith, which is the bit beneath, which is a bit bitter. But as you can see on the lime peel, we actually got loads of it in. So that's my mistake, but it won't affect it too much. Don't do that yourself. Now we're going to move on to our spices. And we're going to start with some nutmeg. You can see we'll just add a whole one into there. We'll add some of our cinnamon sticks in there and also some lime leaves. And I actually forgot to record adding the coriander seeds. So I had to go back and record again. And we'll add that in. Just pretend that was all together. So if you give that all a good mix or grind, I guess, it's actually amazingly starts to smell like Coke already. So now we'll get that into a pan and start warming everything up. That will just help release some of the flavors. Once that's done, we're going to add it to another jar. That's mostly for video purposes, but you can just do it in the same container. And then we'll add some alcohol on top of that. This will help extract all those oils that we are trying to use as our flavoring. So since it's a recipe you can make at home, just grab your vacuum chamber and throw that in there. This is instead of just letting it age for a few days. I couldn't be asked to wait. So we just throw that in. All the flavors will extract, and now we'll sieve that off, and you can see there is our cola flavoring beneath. Putting that to one side, we now need to make our sort of caramel syrup. So we're going to start by pouring some sugar and water into a pan. Much more sugar than water. We'll give that a mix. I did crystallize it the first time, so we had to start again. This time it worked well, and we just added a little bit of coloring to get a bit of a darker color to it. I pretended to add some citric acid. It actually was just sugar, so make sure you buy some citric acid and a bit of lemon. And then we'll add our flavoring and finally some vanilla essence just to top that off. And there is our cola syrup. It actually smells very, very good at this minute. So now for our last step, we're just going to mix our cola syrup with some fizzy water, and you can see the cola goes in, and all of a sudden it becomes Coca-Cola. You can see that it looks exactly the same. Let's give this a try. I'll try and give my honest review here. So we go in for a sip, and I think it tastes quite similar. Not 100% there. I would say maybe like a 7 out of 10. It needs a bit of work, but pretty close actually, I have to say, honestly. Right, very cool.